Hi friends, welcome to my channel NutriJug. Today we'll discuss about facts of glycemic index of foods. As the science advances, research and facts gives a newer way of treating the diseases. As always, we all know that foods play an important role in curing and treatment of any diseases. Nowadays, we hear more of glycemic index of foods. Then it's our right to know that what is this glycemic index and what are the benefits. Glycemic index is a specific to carbohydrate content of foods. It is measured depending on the standard food, which may be white bread or glucose. Glycemic index of carbohydrate can be referred as the incremental area under blood glucose response curve of 50 gram carbohydrate portion of test food expressed as a percentage of response to the same amount of carbohydrate from standard food. In simple way, increase in blood glucose level of particular food against standard food. Then why it is important in our diet? First one, it has a direct impact on blood glucose level, particularly in diabetic patient. Second one, it has great impact on weight reduction therapy. And third and important one is in treatment of cardiovascular diseases. So now we must know what are these glycemic index of foods and what factors influence glycemic response. First one, food intake. It means lower the food intake, smaller the increase in blood glucose level. And also can be compared with the intake of fruit and fruit juice. For example, fruit will have slightly lower GI than fruit juice because of its intake time. Second one is food composition. Glycemic index of foods also depend upon protein and fat content of foods. Ice creams, milk, groundnut considered to be low GI foods. Glycemic response also influenced by starch content of foods. Third factor is food processing. Processed food considered to be high GI than non-processed food. Because of starch breakdown and Maillard reaction influences the digestibility of foods. For example, parboiled rice has low glycemic response than non-parboiled rice. Fourth one is physiological effect. During digestion, the enzyme reaction in stomach influence the food components like fiber and slower the digestion rate, thus leading into the low glycemic response of particular food. Last one is acidity. Presence of vinegar and other acids influence the glycemic response of that food. Now we'll go into classification of GI foods. Depending on the GI score, foods are classified as high GI, intermediate GI and low GI foods. This slide is more important to us to know which are the low GI foods. Foods such as sugars, refined cereals, processed cereals, root vegetables and white bread are high GI foods, whereas fruits, unrefined cereals considered to be intermediate GI foods. Low GI foods are legumes and nuts. Now we will see the benefits of low and intermediate GI foods. First one, it helps in the treatment of diabetes. Introduction of low GI foods in the diet helps in controlling blood glucose level in diabetic patients. Second one is low GI foods are continuously recommended in weight reduction diet. It helps in reducing obesity and overweight. Third and last one is it helps in the reduction of cholesterol level in the cardiovascular patients. Now we'll see some of the high and low GI foods. Rice, sugar products, chocolates are high GI foods, whereas barley, wheat, legumes, milk products are considered to be low and intermediate GI foods. Here particularly one should remember that white rice and sugar are not recommended for diabetic patients because of its high glycemic response. So usually wheat, barley are recommended to diabetic and cardiovascular patients. I hope this video is useful to you to understand the glycemic index of foods. If you have any doubt, kindly put in comment box. I will try my best to resolve the same. Thank you for watching my video. If you have not subscribed yet, kindly click the subscribe button below and share with your friends. See you next week with more videos on nutrition. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good day.